Hey guys, today we are making Puerto Rican style empanadillas. If you're Puerto Rican, you probably are already familiar with the great debate about whether these are called empanadillas or pastelillos. Whatever your family calls these, they are always delicious, stuffed with picadillo filling and fried to crispy perfection. So I love making my empanada dough from scratch with this easy 5-ingredient recipe, but you could also just grab a pack of empanada dough discs at your grocery store. If you do decide to make it from scratch, we're just using some flour, melted butter, eggs, water, and salt, and then we are kneading it until a solid dough forms and then chilling in the fridge while we prep our picadillo. For the picadillo, I start with a pound of ground beef, and we're just going to brown this for a few minutes in a pan before we add in all of the rest of our ingredients. So once the beef has browned a little bit, we're going to add in half of a yellow onion as well as our red bell pepper. You can skip the bell pepper or you can use really any color you like. I just really love the bite and the sweetness this adds. Then we're adding in our sofrito, sazon, adobo seasoning, and salt to taste. We're going to mix everything together to make sure that all of those flavors are evenly combined. And we're just going to continue to cook this down for a few minutes before we go in with our tomato sauce. Now I use less tomato sauce than I would for my traditional picadillo for this recipe just because I don't want the filling to be too wet or too saucy. So I'm just using 1/3 of a cup, but you could adjust this according to your preferences. And then I'm also using pimento olives, about a 1/3 cup of halved olives. I am so obsessed with using these olives in basically all of my favorite Puerto Rican savory dishes, but I have come to find that they are controversial for some people. Some people really don't like olives in their food, so you do you, as always. We're just going to mix this to combine everything and then cover it and just let it simmer on low for about 10 minutes, and at that point you are all done with your picadillo. You are ready to set this aside to cool while we finish prepping our empanada. Honestly, how good does this look? I could eat the entire pan just like this. So once that's done and the dough has chilled for 30 minutes, we're going to divide the dough into about 16 balls and roll each ball out into a disc on a flour dusted surface. We'll add a generous scoop of that picadillo to the center of each dough disc, add some water to help seal, and then crimp the edges shut using a fork. Then we're just going to deep fry these in oil until they are crispy and golden brown, just like this, and your empanadillas are all ready to enjoy. This is one of those recipes that we never have leftovers of in my household, and every time I visit the island, eating one of these a day is a requirement. You can eat them just like this or serve with a little bit of mayo ketchup, pique if you like something spicy, and all that's left to do is enjoy. Buen provecho.